Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday, guys. Bitcoin possibly recovering? Perhaps a dead cat bounce? Only time will tell. Today, we're going to try to figure out what the heck is going on. I saw that, Tishu. I saw that. I'm pretty sure you called it too. I'm almost positive you literally said that this was going to happen yesterday, which is pretty sick. So give yourself a round of applause. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash the like button on your way in. Subscribe if you are new. Appreciate you guys for joining me on this lovely, 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 lovely Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday evening? Is it afternoon or evening? What time does afternoon change to evening? Because I'm sure that there's a proper way to measure that, right? I don't know. I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. What's going on, Waterfly? Let's get this webcam on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Hey! Happy Wednesday, guys. Bitcoin 114, 270 and 87 cents. We are lingering. We got a indecisive candle here. Not a whole lot else going on. It does seem like Bitcoin, it has like a gravitational pull towards the old all-time high. This will be technically our second touch if we do get down there to touch it. Let's refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. Tom Selleck Scout said ETH fell to exactly where Tom Lee said it would bounce. Bull market back on. I love how quickly the sentiment changed. I don't know. It kind of makes me happy that it's just that quick. I'm genuinely curious as to why we dumped to begin with. Tishu said, okay, B mega pump again. Tishu, was it you that said yesterday that you thought BNB was going to be the next all-time high? We got 113, 212. Okay. Make that up. There we go. And then I'm going to go, do I go all the way down? Is that too far? 111.010. Nah, I like it actually. I like that big range. I'll do the middle part as well. What would the middle be, you ask? 111.857. Of course. I mean, it's kind of far off from the middle, but we'll take it. And then up top, we got 114.652. Then go to the middle, 115.330. And then up top, I guess I'll go 11 million. I'll go 17. 116.516. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So those are liquidation points. Let's see. Teacher said, okay, B mega pump again. Tom Selleck's Code said, it's JJ's Crypto Corner. Oh yeah, baby. It's JK Crypto Corner. I hope you've got a boner for JJ's Crypto Corner. You really need a theme song? Dude, I should actually. Should I pay somebody on Fiverr to make me a theme song? I think that's a good idea. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. We got our liquidation points on the chart. Bitcoin's just doing its Bitcoin thing. It's got like a little funky double bottom, little funky double bottom, little funky double bottom. The question is, I mean, the options aren't very great. Is this going to be our recovery or this? They're both pretty awful. Hopefully we just make a new one. I would rather have this. You know what I mean? Just take us up to a new all-time high just for a second. I'd be okay with that. Bitcoin dominance 59.31. Harsh rejection from 60%. Exactly what we want to see. What I don't want to see is this 3 hits to the downside become a bullish reversal. I would much rather see the break, the double failure, and continuation of the downside. That is what I would want to see. Specifically for alt season potential. But we might not get alt season yet. We might literally have to wait. Arrow, for some reason, gives 0 Fs. It is about to break 144. It just ate the dip like it was nothing, which is insanity. But, I mean, there's got to be a reason for it. ETH is up 6.64%. Alts with Bitcoin dominance rejecting that 60% level. Alts are waking up once again, pumping to oblivion, to infinity and beyond. T-shirts with Bitcoin dominance looks like it wants to break down, but it might troll us. Yeah, I agree. We could get that triple bottom. Hopefully we don't, though. With ETH, we didn't quite reach 4K. Well, I would call this as a fake out below our lower trend line, which has kind of acted as like a median. Let me make this a different color so that we can actually have some hope of seeing it in this mess. Yeah, there we go. So it's been kind of a median. We initially rejected off of it, and then we got above it, below, above, below. It has acted as this gravitational pull for the price. Kind of like Bitcoin with that, whatever that old all-time high line is. So what would be awesome is if we continue to go up from here. Last time, though, we did do a double bottom. So are we going to get pulled back again and scare people even more? Probably. Because that's probably the best way to liquidate some scaredy bears and make the most out of being a market maker. What I would love to see is a break back above 4,500 for ETH. But again, we got to wait and see what happens. The RSI is sitting above 50. Momentum wave is gathering in the center. So the stage is set. Volume looks decent. It's up to us. Sol is up 6.04% on the day, currently trading at 186.86. Very quiet. It was in like a descending broadening wedge. And I don't know. Maybe it was just a descending channel. Descending broadening wedge is getting a little too fancy. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. On a lower time frame, descending broadening wedge probably looks really good. And we were struggling to get back above 184. We hit once. We failed to even hit it a second time. And then the third time, we just busted right through it with this recovery and Bitcoin dominance dropping. Volume is a little bit, leaving a little bit to be desired for sure. But we've seen worse. We've seen worse. RSI is sitting probably at like 55. Yep. You had a bullish cross over the moving average back here, literally right at the reversal. So that's a nice signal to watch for. I'm still waiting for that touch of 172 that we haven't gotten. Your momentum wave is swinging to the upside. See if that results in any further upside. I would like to see, I guess I would like to see, if we're going to continue to play with this purple trend line, I would like to see a break above 192. Jay Wes Adventure said, Pengu update, please. Let's go take a look. Pengu. Pengu's up 7.89%. A little baby bounce off of 29.87 or 29.987. We do look like we had a little baby top right here, though. So that 45 is a huge resistance level. Previous top, we struggled. Top, bounce, continuation of the downside. So we need to get a reaction soon. We got a reaction at 31.05. As long as we hold above that, I'll be happy. I guess 30 would be my bottom line. If we break that, we're going to 25 for sure, I think. We do have we got a green dot way back here, but I think that's been invalidated since. We got an unconfirmed green dot right here. And 2 green dots on our momentum waves swinging to the upside. I'd like to see it break 33.82. I think long term, Pengu is a no-brainer in my opinion. I think it has Doge capabilities baked into it. It is not even a meme coin in my opinion. It is a brand and it is a household name. I would actually compare SNEK very much to Pengu. I don't know who followed whose model. I think Pengu did all the SNEK things first, like with the cool products and stuff like that, and SNEK followed suit. They're very inspiring what they've managed to do. Pengu, it's pretty sick actually. Their marketing team is like a bunch of animals. It's actually insane what they've accomplished. So personally, long term, I think Pengu's great. Short term, no clue. I'd like to see it break above 33 because that seems to be some relatively decent resistance based on previous support, based on previous resistance. So that's going to be the point of contention for me. Total 3 held 1 trillion beautifully, literally perfectly. And we even had a little fake out candle right here, which is awesome. Scare some bears, like I said. The fact that this held 1 trillion is huge. We're right at our midpoint as well, 1.04. If this can get above that and then break 1.07, that would be really, really exciting. I like that it's recovered this fast as well. It took how long? I don't know. It seemed like it took us more than a day to get down here. And it's taken us less than a day to recover, but I think it's the same. I think the time frame is the same. I'm trying to be a little more optimistic. Tom Selleck's code said wanted to scoop some arrow on a dip, but that shit never dips. Yeah, you're right. Jay was Adventure, Pengu update. Tishu said, off-topic question: do I pay tariffs if I buy a small mini PC shipped from Hong Kong? I've bought there before, and it arrives by FedEx. I don't know actually. Brand is Minis Forum. I assume that they're trying to eat the tariffs for now, and then once everyone's like normalized, they're gonna start to charge customers. But I really have no clue. Dex said, is the dump over? We're trying to figure that out ourselves, actually. I will let you know probably after the daily close contest. Waterfly said, Link Marine reporting, sir. All right. Oh, 20 minutes remaining until the daily close contest, speaking of. So yeah, total 3 looks awesome. I would love to see it at least try 1.07 again. ADA's up 4.42% on the day, currently trading at 88.37. Struggling to get above 90. Struggling to even touch 90. The volume looks really uniform here, which is odd. We had a green dot on our momentum wave, which pushed it to the upside, and we had a bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI. About to get a potential retest. I would love to see that hold. That's going to be a big deal for me. When this comes out and this touches, I want to make sure that that actually gets a reaction rather than just breaking right back through it. Going down again. 88.29 on the current price. Not much else to report. We are kind of at a point of resistance right here based on price action. We had support, break, resistance. I don't want that to reject because that'll probably result in some downside. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. SNEK is up 2.64%. Seems to be rejecting off of 47.71. We'll see if it can get above it. RSI failing to break above the moving average. It tried for a hot second, and you got a green dot on your momentum wave, which pushed it to the upside. We'll see if that continues. As of right now, it does look like it's failing. Volume looks bad on MXC specifically, but overall, we know that the volume is good. XRP is up 3.28%, rejecting $3, it looks like. Not good for XRP. It finally lost its $3.340 range, which we were talking about for forever. And it seems like it might be rejecting here. If it breaks above $3 again, great. I would not open a trade here because it's XRP, and we know that it just does whatever the hell it wants. So opening a short here seems like a great way to get liquidated. Not financial advice. Dixie said, hi, JJ. Sorry, JJ. Gotta go. Take it easy, Dixie. Appreciate you. Smash the like button on your way out. Yeah, XRP 295. I want to see it get above 3. If it doesn't do it here, I want to see it do it soon. Hope you have a great stream. I hope you guys have a great space. I will be there when I'm done. Momentum wave pushing it to the upside. We got double dots. Dot 1, dot 2. RSI did cross bullish over the moving average. Let's see if that sustains.
It's quiet observation day for XRP. HBAR is up 4.23%. A little bounce, actually. We got to retrace all the way to our 235 level that we were looking for. It actually broke below it for a hot second. Found support, it looks like at 2.3 and a half. Nope, 2.3, well, 2.31. Who knows? But it got back above that, and it's currently sitting at 2.4137. I would love to see this, I suppose, and this gets into the fantasy realm where I start making stuff up and drawing shapes on the chart, where it established some semblance of a inverse head and shoulder here would be kind of cool. And then watch it at least use that to get back above 26.5. Tom Selleck said, only 3 likes. Let's get these numbers up. Gosh, that's so embarrassing. You guys get caught sleeping. There's 10 of you here. There's only 3 likes. It's crazy. Tishu said, but aren't tariffs charged at delivery by UPS, FedEx, or You're asking the wrong guy. I have no clue. That sounds like so much. That sounds like such a mess. What do you do? Pay the delivery guy? Oh man, we got these crazy wasps all over our van right now. They're like white. It's really weird. They're like really aggressive. I go to leave for work every morning, and they're just like tackling each other, and like falling on the ground and stuff. I'm like, can I get in my car, guys? It's weird, man. So yeah, HBAR. I'd like to see a bounce soon. It does kind of seem like a broader trend is kind of dying off right now, where it's like doing one of these where it's like, and we don't want that. What if I said, sad thing is, I was 2 of those likes. Bad chat. What the heck? Jeez, that's crazy. Tishu said, is this where B&B is going? Let's see what he's got. Mr. FedEx tariff guy. Ooh, I like that, actually. What do you guys think? I would like to see Chainlink here, actually. I like the Chainlink versus XRP narrative. Some people might not like it. They're like, oh, it creates a divisiveness and like weird tribalism. I think it's healthy. It's like healthy competition. XRP does all these fantastical things, and Chainlink is like, well, we can do all of those fantastical things. And look at this, we are doing all of those fantastical things. And people are starting to wisen up to it. They're like, wait a minute. Chainlink is doing all of those fantastical things, and the XRP people are like, no. Sometimes you got to take a step back and look and be like, wait a minute, maybe I've been blind this whole time. Or, maybe it doesn't have to be black and white. Maybe you can just diversify. Just diversify. It's going to be okay. I was a Litecoin maxi once upon a time. I actually didn't like Cardano. I thought Cardano was stupid. And then I looked into it. I set aside my reluctance and I looked into it and I was like, I actually like this. And I bought some. And look at me now. I could have had Litecoin. But instead I have Cardano. One of them is in the top 10. The other one's not. The other one fell out of the top 10 a long time ago. Is it time for a rotation? I have no clue. Uh-oh. Okay. SWE is up 4% on the day, currently trading at 355.9. It got a bounce off of 342. Break back above 353. And let's see if that holds. If it does, I would look for 370 next. RSI got a bullish crossover the moving average. It turns out Bongo Cat is not always bullish when it's in the RSI. This is our RSI Bongo Cat back here, and it literally, that was the local top. So, Bongo Cat, RSI, not very accurate. But yeah, sweet. I would look for 370. Your RSI got a bullish crossover the moving average, and it held above it very nicely, and your momentum wave is pointing to the upside. Ondo is up 3.87% on the day, struggling to get back above 95.35. That's going to be the big point of contention. That was the spot that I didn't want to lose for Ondo, and we did lose it, unfortunately. It looks like we also had a head and shoulder, maybe. It's a little bit fugly, but it's there. That target, I suppose, would be 84.84. So let's see if we actually end up hitting that. Right now, it looks like we might be rejecting 95.35. Fingers crossed it gets over it before the daily close. We'll see where we end up. RSI got a bullish crossover the moving average, and your momentum wave had a green dot, which pushed it to the upside. Arrow is up 15.42%. For some reason, this thing looks like crap. It never pumps. I don't know why people buy it. It's literally only ever flat or down. I've never actually seen green on this chart. It's always bad and crappy, like single digit. It doesn't even dump good. Single digit dumps nonstop. Nobody wants it. It's only lost ranking on CoinMarketCap. It's just sad. Arrow's up 15.42% on the day, currently trading at $1.40. Beautiful bounce off of $1.23. Was not expecting that. I'm not sure why though. This thing has continued to defy expectations, and it's quite a lovely coin. It is quite possibly the Cardano of this bull market. So I'm thoroughly impressed. I would love to see it touch $1.50 finally. If it can get above $1.44, then $1.50 is 1,000% in the cards, in my opinion. But it's got to close a candle above $1.44 with conviction. We did get a bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI, and you got a green dot on your momentum wave, and it pushed up so hard that like didn't even have a chance to like arc. So it's pretty crazy. What if I said Chewy bought back in, right? I mean, you got to take advantage of the pullbacks when you get them. 15, 16%. That's the pullback that you get. That's the best it's going to get for Arrow. Select Scout said, "The F is a bongo cat." You say that a lot, and it really sounds like it should be the name of a meme coin. You don't know Bongo Cat? It's this little guy. This guy. With his cute little ears. And he does this. Bongo Cat. It's just the shape of his ears. It could be Batman as well, but we went with Bongo Cat because it's cuter. And it probably is a meme coin. Let's actually go look. If not, then what the hell, guys? We're lacking in the meme coin department. Bongo Cat. Yeah, look at that. We got Bongo Cat meme coin. Look at him. He does all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'm a simple man. I really am. I'm probably gonna buy this now. I should not be allowed on Dex Screener. Oh gosh, I'm totally gonna buy some. It's got a $6.7 million market cap. I'm putting it on the watch list. Okay, we're getting distracted. Teach you said it depends when you buy, and if you DCA. A person who buys 10K of ADA at $3 would see the 10K bleed to about 833, and at ADA at 25 cents. That's true, but if they would have bought from that point on, then they would be in profit by now, because I was one of those people. Brendan Hogan said, "I always thought a bongo cat was when you rip a bowl, then sleep with your wife." Really? I saw it had to have been like 1970s, 1960s game show where they were like asking what like weird, it was weird adult bedroom terms. And one of them I recognized from Urban Dictionary. I used to legit just go explore Urban Dictionary and learn like the craziest stuff. And it was like this grandma. It was like someone's grandma. And they're describing the act, and she's supposed to say the term for it. I don't remember what the act was, but she goes, she knew every single one, and they were all like nasty. Like the first one, she goes, "Oh, a rusty trombone." And I recognized it immediately. I was like, what? Why does this old lady know what that is? It was very alarming. I don't know what brought that up in the chat. Oh, it was the ripping a bowl and then sleeping with your wife. That's what it was. But, dude, I was cracking up watching that clip. It was from like a 1970s game show. I was like, what do these old ladies know in the 70s, dude? Jeez. Tom Solscoat said, "Man, we are a bunch of degen Riris." Yes, we are. Teach, you said Bongo Cat sounds like a winner meme coin to me. Stop it. You guys are enablers. You guys are total enablers. Brendan Hogan said, "Nice, gotta love a freaky grandma." What if I said newlywed game? It might have been. It might have been. I have no clue. He had the goopy silver mic that's like 20 feet long with a little ball at the end. But yeah, Arrow looks amazing. I would love to see it at least touch 144. This thing is a beast. Pinlink is up 3.77% on the day. We got a little bounce off of like 65-ish. I guess I would call that a midpoint bounce in between 75 and 60. Nothing really crazy going on here. Like I said, if it touches 60, it's probably a buy. If it breaks below, it's even more of a buy, in my opinion. Not financial advice. RSI is about to touch the moving average. Let's see if it gets a bounce or if it breaks below it. And your momentum wave never really got to the chance, never really got to the middle to cross bullish. Renders up 4.21% on the day, testing the purple trend line. We broke below it, seemed to find support, I guess, around 350, 352, 355, 355. And it used that to bounce. And we're sitting right at that line right now, the purple trend line. If we close above 369, nice, I will be happy. We'll see what happens. RSI got a bullish cross over the moving average, and your momentum wave got a green dot pointing to the upside. Stellar's up 3.68% on the day, currently trading at 40.51. Did not quite get to our lower line, 38.45-ish. We actually bounced off of 39. So I would call it a fake out below 40. It looks really good right now. Let's see if this momentum continues. We got a bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI and a green dot on the momentum wave pointing to the upside. Nothing else really to report here. I guess I just want to see it continue up from here now. It had a nice retrace, had a huge run, has somehow maintained this this channel. I don't want it to do this again. I don't want it to do this again, where it goes up and then lower high and then fails. Because that would result more than likely in a multi-month little poop party. And we don't like poop parties here at JJ's Cryptic Corner. Tom Salas Coates said, my favorite is the old newlywed game clip where the host asks, where is the weirdest place you've ever made whoopee? And the girl responds, in the butt. Dang, that was crazy back then. They were like, whoa. They like kicked her off. They're like, get the hell off my stage right now, you filthy. Go to church. Brendan Hogan said those couples right after the hippie movement knew what was up, right? Justin said, hey, I have a long on XLM right now. Nice. Tishu said, are we no longer good? Look at Crypto Bubbles Daily. Brendan Hogan said, I'm surprised at the ADA bounce. I thought it would be slower. It kind of is, actually. If you look at XRP, or not XRP, if you look at Sol and ETH, what did you say? Are we no longer gonna look at Crypto Bubbles Daily? When did we ever look at these? We've never looked at these. I do like that you can move them around too, though. Arrow's going crazy. OKB pump. We probably should start looking at this. I'm gonna bookmark it. I'm gonna add it to the stream list. It'll probably kill my computer though. I'll do it later. remind me in Discord. Polkadot. Polkadot is up 4.6% on the day. Beautiful bounce. Did not quite touch the purple trend line, but we were expecting it to. I'm okay with it lagging and not quite touching it and getting a rebound from here. I would love to see Polkadot break back above $4. We're at $3.88 right now. Despite what you may feel, this is actually still in a uptrend. The problem is, it could very well be a uptrend that is just part of a broader downtrend. So we got to keep an eye on that because we have yet to make a higher high. We got high, lower high, lower high. It does seem to be maybe, I don't even know the word, coiling up, contracting. Sounds like you're about to have a baby. So let's see if Polkadot makes a baby. RSI got a bullish cross with a moving average. Momentum wave got a green dot pointing to the upside. Fartcoin is up 7.38% on the day, beautifully lining up with our fractal. This is it, boys, the make or break moment. If we decouple from here, it's got to just be a slow decoupling, in which case it would still be up, only that was the bottom for Fartcoin according to the fractal until October. This would be so brutal. But we'll see if it plays out, man. We will see. I actually did see the clip. I replied to you about the clip. What do you mean? I'm sure you haven't seen the Discord, Tishu. The tables have turned, my friend. I watched it as soon as I got off the stream last night. Fartcoin 91.67. Let's see if it breaks $1. CAS is up 5.65% on the day, currently trading at 8.764. Got a nice bounce at 82.76. See if it breaks 9.
We're kind of at the midpoint right now. RSI got a bullish cross over the moving average, seeing reaction at 50. And we got a green dot on our momentum weight pointing to the upside. That pulse play said REI bottomed, methinks. Let's go take a look at Butterfly said some discords are toxic. Not mine. There's nobody there. Yeah, it actually looks like it had a healthy pullback. Volumes increasing consistently. See your RSI very okay. This is the closest we've seen so far. It actually did. So this is the first time we've seen this RSI since back here, which is when it bottomed again, cross into oversold territory. So you got that going for you. That is actually a big deal. If it does what it did back here, right here across, you might get one more touch. Actually, it looks like you got it already. It's very much mimicking that. Got it right here as well. This one's such BS. It's just a little dip. This one's a huge dip. This one's probably at least twice as much as that one. But yeah, it looks good for a potential bottom. I like it. I do. We'll see what happens, man. Get a break above 1014. See if you get to 1172. Avalanche is up 4.83%. Got a nice break above 2320. 2361 is going to be our next point of contention. We seem to be maybe rejecting right there right now. I'd love to see it close above that. We got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys get your guesses ready for the daily close contest. Chance for you to win up to $100 every single day. All you got to do is submit your guess within the 5-minute allotted window and make sure that your guess does not match anyone else's guess. And you have to guess all 8 digits of the daily close. Transition to our game scene. Very cool. Uh-oh. I forgot to open my thingy. Oh, gosh. Okay. Hang on. I'm panicking. Here we go. Okay. Got it. I think I got it. All right, get your guesses in. I'm fumbling the bag right now. This is the one thing that I'm supposed to remember, and I forgot it. We might not have it today. We'll see. Hang on. Let me go back and then go here again. No, I gotta fix it. Hang on. I fumbled it so bad. Aha! I fixed it. Okay, we're good. Sweet. I'm a genius. Okay. We got Mr. Roberts said, hey there, Waters. What's going on, Mr. Roberts? Appreciate you. Happy Wednesday. Tom Selleck Scoped coming in with the first guess. I'm glad there isn't a bunch of you guys guessing today. 114250. Very nice. Jay Shooter Bueno said, LMAO, no, Butterfly. He said, I will not participate anymore, Jay. I will just watch. Damn. There's a lot of shade in the chat today. Not that much. There's not that much shade. There could be more. I'd be okay with a little more. Maybe a little bit of violence, some name calling. You know what would be really funny? If somehow somebody in the chat got a hold of somebody else's mom's number or something and like called and told on them. I don't know why I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, dang. Remember when your friend used to be like, my mom's going to call your mom or something? And you're like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm stopped. 114285. I just heard an explosion. I think something exploded outside. Waterfly's threatening me in the chat as well while there's explosions. You missed. You sent the bond to the wrong apartment. All right. That'd be messed up. My neighbor just exploded. I'm like, whoa. Making jokes about it. Brennan Hilgen coming in with a 114,293.07. I like that one. Very specific. Justin Mahachek coming in with 114,269. As you said, gay people don't follow Bitcoin pairs. This year, I Got so many charts to go through, man. You want me to look at a Bitcoin pair specified? You gotta specify it. There's a chat. Use it. Brennan Hogan said the explosion was me thinking about the Newlywed Game. Hey-yo! Ew. All of those people are like 99 years old now. There's no way that they're even around. If there was a grandma in the 70s, I guess she could have been 60. She could be 100 right now. 60 was considered grandma back then, right? I don't know. I do thoroughly enjoy how differently they considered age in like Hollywood back then. It kind of cracks me up. There's like people like clearly in like their late 40s and they're like playing a teenager or like a college student in a movie. And they look like they're about to like audit you or something. And they're supposed to be playing a college student and you're like, "What the hell?" Hollywood was a different beast entirely back then, man. Tisha said, "I look at Bitcoin pairs for confluence, JJ." Well, if you see some confluence, throw it my way. I'll bring it up. I'm not gonna look at every Bitcoin pair though. We're not live trading. All right, guys, you got how much time do you got left? 65 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Currently, we have 4 participants. Waterfly is boycotting, just like John M., who may or may not be in the chat. If he is not in the chat, then he might just be gay. Mr. Roberts coming in with a guess. Ooh! Been quite some time since Mr. Roberts submitted. Mr. Roberts very close to having a chance at Hoff's. 114, 330, and 39 cents. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in. Mr. Roberts sitting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place. Tom Selleck changing his guess to $1. Three, two, one. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Time's up. Thank you very much for participating. Let me just go verify in the Discord. Oh, Jay Shear did guess in the Discord. 7:51 p.m. Here it is. If you guys want to see, 7:51 p.m. He was in the allotted time, and it is not edited, so I am going to allow this entry. Just pointing it out. I don't recall him saying anything, but I could have just as easily been completely distracted. I don't know if I'm Englishing very good today, so I apologize. We got 114, 222, 22. What am I looking at here? Bitcoin 114, 244, and 29 cents. Let's sort these bad boys and get them on the board. We got Mr. Roberts, 114, 330, and 39 cents. We got Brennan Hogan, 114, 293.07. We got Errormaker, FPV, 114, 285. Long time no see, Errormaker. We got Justin Mahachek with 114, 269. Even. Nice. We got JSU 2.0, 114, 222, 22. And last but not least, I'm just going to put him right here. Tom Selleck, apparently Tom Selleck Goat. Pardon my typo. It's wrong on the game screen. It's right on the chart. Looks like we got a close one. So far, JShear 2.0 is in the lead. Bitcoin 114, 248, and 86 cents. Let me check the chat really quick. Waterfly said, "Good luck all." Errormaker said, "Hi." What's going on, Errormaker? Mr. Roberts said, "Thank you, Waterfly." Teacher said, "Woo!" Found you an example on Link. Look at Link BTC zoomed out. Looks like a downtrend to me against Bitcoin until proven otherwise. Waterfly said, "JJ, I can smell you from here. Change your shirt." I'm wearing Star Wars today. It's been a while since I wore this one. I found it at the bottom of my pile. Bitcoin 114, 248 and 86 cents. We got 2 minutes, 24 seconds remaining on the clock. J-Shear 2.0 in the lead. J-Shear 2.0 also right behind Tom Selleck's GOAT for 4th place. They're both catching up rapidly to Hoffs. Somehow, Hoffs is still untouchable, even though he doesn't even participate anymore. It's kind of crazy. These I will take a look at that after the daily close. Chai latte is delicious today. Oh boy. What do we got? 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin 114, 254.09. GSU 2.0 still in the lead, with Justin Mahacek close on his tail. Let's zoom in, make it a little spicy. $114, $258, $21, $27, $127. 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Are we going to flatline here? Oh, Justin Mahacek now in the lead for the daily close contest. Bragging rights. Very close to his actual guess. Is this going to be our first ever $100 winner? His guess is 114, 269 even. Nice. I do like that guess, and I like where the price is at right now. You got 63 seconds remaining on the clock until the close. This is going to be a close one. One for the books. We got a new candle on the 1 minute time frame. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we thinking? Flatline, Justin, J-Shear, or somebody else entirely? Are we going to pump, dump, freeze, or breeze? 114, 271, 22, 37 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin seems rather flat. Justin Mahacek still in the lead. It is very, very close to his price. Justin, if you have a large amount of sums, I recommend you deploy them right now, all for sell orders at 114, 269. Just keep hammering it home until you get that $100 prize. It'll be worth it, I promise. I'm just kidding, not financial advice. 14 seconds remaining on the clock. 114, 271, 22. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. The moment of truth. The moment we've all been waiting for. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the daily close contest today, Justin Mahacek, with a Bitcoin daily close of 114, 271, 24. Congratulations, Justin, on your victory. Daily close price 114, 271, 24. What have I done? Congratulations, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. $114, $269 even. Very nice. Congratulations, Justin, on your victory. Let me switch to the 4-hour time frame. Bitcoin getting a little dumperoo on the 1 minute. Perhaps a reversal candle on the 4-hour time frame. Interesting. Quite indecisive. Let me zoom out a little more. The winner, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Justin Mahacek. Very cool. Spam the bananas in the chat. Bananas. Teacher said I already looked at it, but I like to share and discuss. I actually prefer that you guys share for us to discuss. That is the whole point. This entire channel is a conversation, whether it's about crypto, cryptids, ghosts, side gigs, Marvel, Star Wars. I don't care. I'm open to anything. All right, let's transition. Justin Mahacek making a name for himself. Let me add you to the winner's Google Doc. Justin, are you Canadian? You are legally obligated to tell me. Congratulations once again on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Can I get a drum roll, please? I'm very excited about today's prize. All right, let me warm up. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 114,269 even, and an actual Bitcoin daily close price of 114,271.24 on August 20th, 2025, Mr. Justin Mahachek's prize is a Italian herb mayo and ham hoagie. Congratulations, Justin, once again on your victory. Enjoy your Italian herb mayo ham hoagie. It looks freaking delicious. I would recommend sharing because it is so large, but if you do not want to, I will not fault you for it. It does look like something I wouldn't want to share either. Whatever you do with it, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. If I had to judge, I would say there's mayo, yellow peppers, onions, tomato, provolone, ham, lettuce, and more mayo. Maybe a little bit of oregano in there or something. Italian seasoning. But it looks freaking delicious. Justin said, "Hey yo, that's what I'm talking about. I was targeting the top of the big red candle. Very nice." Holy crap, the spreads are crazy right now. Mr. Roberts said, "Damn, that's a good looking Sammy, isn't it? Doesn't it look amazing? Sure is better than the plain hot dogs and no bun." Sometimes the budget calls for it, sometimes it doesn't. Oh boy. Bitcoin 114, 162 and 97 cents. Congratulations, Justin, once again on your victory. Enjoy your Italian herb mayo ham hoagie. It looks freaking delicious. I'm quite jealous. Where were we? We did Avalanche. Let's go to Chainlink is up. Wow. New local high for Chainlink, currently trading at 26.46. This thing cannot be stopped. Why is it pumping so much? Holy cow. Is $31 the... What's the all-time high for Chainlink? Brendan Hogan said minus the nasty tomato, though. I love tomato. My fiance doesn't like tomato either. Current all-time high is $53. Whoa! What do you guys think? You guys think 80 is reasonable for Chainlink? I'm gonna put 80 up there. You want a price prediction? Teach you. There you go. JJ's Chainlink price prediction. NFA DYOR. Why? Probably because 8's my favorite number. Something's wrong with my brain, guys. I can't help it. Chainlink looks amazing, though. This thing's been nonstop, pump after pump. 26.46 next stop. Hopefully 28.23. We'll see if she continues. RSI looks great. You do technically have bearish div. If you get a reaction here, you could just as easily pump and invalidate that bearish divergence. That would be the best case scenario. But right now, we just watch wait and see. Momentum wave pushing to the upside. Not quite overbought yet. Doge doesn't exist anymore. NEAR is down 0.08% since the daily close. We got to close above we got to close above 251.5, which is great. Mr. Roberts said, "Hey JJ, what was my all-time high guess again? I think I'll guess that from now on till it comes true, lol." Your all-time high guess for Bitcoin, Mr. Roberts, is $155,000. You, Waterfly, Hops, and Oak Tree all clustered in the same, like, 150-ish area, which seems a little bit promising, actually. I kind of like that. But yeah, 155. Okay, next. We were at Chainlink, looking good. Doge doesn't exist. NEAR closed above 251. Hopefully 269 is next in the cards. We might get a retest of 251, see if that holds. Pengu, we talked about earlier. I actually like where Pengu's at right now. Got a nice pullback. But it could continue down further. It's kind of mimicking what it did in the past. I would expect, at the worst case scenario, this first reaction on that dump to be the latest support, hopefully. So we broke that, failed, down, broke above, retested, continued, and now we're breaking down again, retest, and continue. Hopefully that's what happens. Otherwise, we're probably going all the way down to 15, which is crazy. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Pengu's got staying power. I'm hoping 3 is enough to sustain it, but 2.5 might be in the cards, if not. Silver. A little bit pumpy today. Interesting. Silver's 37.88. Did he get dumpy then pumpy? It seems like it's been $37, $38 for forever. DXY, choppy. MicroStrategy, pumpy, up 2.32% on the day. Is this exactly, guys, you can't make this stuff up. Look at these lines. This is from the neckline of my original MW. Look at this. You got your W and then your M, and I wanted it to touch that, and it didn't. We're coming down to touch it now, technically, and I think I made a spread out M. So we got our W and our new M, which is touching, which might send MicroStrategy into the stratosphere. Looking for a target of 500. Not financial advice. Totally guessing on the target. Totally guessing on the waste management fractal. We've watched it a million times play out. This time might be different, but who knows, man. It is incredibly oversold on the 4-hour time frame. Last time that happened was literally right here, which marked the Pico bottom before it sent way higher. What's going on here? I would like this to be, yeah, like that. Thank you. So we'll see what happens. It looks good right now, though. I'm pretty happy with it. I would just love for that to hold that. What is that? 330? I don't want it to go any lower than 330. NASDAQ closed a little bit bearish, and S&P closed a little bit bearish as well. This was the bottom for our S&P 500 fractal, which, by the way, I would like to point out, has been spot on for like 70%. The last 70%, so I'll take that. That seems pretty good to me. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Smashing the like button helps the channel out quite a bit. We got 11 people watching, 8 likes. I know we had 20 people watching at some point, and somehow we still only have 8 likes. It's kind of messed up, guys. Rest in peace to the ass fractal. Press that from the chat. Pay respects. Bitcoin dominance 59.37, still falling. Is it going to get a bounce here? It does seem to be in a channel, doesn't it? See if it breaks down eventually. Tishu said, I think DOT will make a move soon. Look, DOT BTC coiling up or down. I have no idea. Let's go take a look. Polkadot. Down 0.26. See, I really like where it's at too, so I'm hoping it's up. Wait, whoa. This Head and Shoulders frugal target, is that from this or is that from this? Okay, yeah, it would have been from the second one. We did not hit that. Interesting. Okay. All right. Dot BTC. Yeah, it looks very similar to USD. It does look more coiled up, though. And it is kind of a wedge. But it's like symmetrical. Interesting. See, last time it did the little 3-hit coil. 1, 2, 3. It flattened out and then it popped off. 1, 2, 3. Flattened out and then it popped off, maybe? That'd be exciting. And then overall, you could call that whole thing a W when it does finally move. It definitely seems to be a repeating pattern. When was this? December 24th. Jeez, this thing's been bleeding for forever. I don't even want to look at... This is why I don't like looking at Bitcoin charts. They're depressing, man. All Bitcoin charts are depressing. It looks good, though. It looks good where it's at, I will say. Look how overbought this was, too. Just that little bit right there. I would like to know how they measure the relative strength index. I think once you start thinking that, you're in too deep and you need a vacation. So we get a confirmed red dot right here. I'm not sure if that's even relevant, to be completely honest, but it did print. So we got a green dot right here, bullish div maybe. Unconfirmed green dot overall. Let's see if that confirms and this thing blows. That'd be sick. That's the issue with that. It's a bleeder for sure. Oh yeah, overall, Polkadot has just been kind of a really bad performer, which is sad. It was kind of there was a handful of them last bull market that did really good for a short period of time. It was Polkadot. Oh shoot, what's the other one? Terra for sure. I can't remember the name. I'm not gonna be able to remember it. I gotta go to CoinMarketCap. Hold on. I don't think it started with an S, but it had something to do with like the solar system or something like that. Avalanche was one of them. Uniswap and Sushi were up there as well. Where's the one that I'm thinking of? Polygon was one of them. Cosmos Atom, that's the one. So there was Polkadot, Cosmos, Avalanche, Algorand was another big one, Polygon. The farther down they are, the more kind of, in my opinion, I don't want to touch them. Polkadot's not too bad. It's number 24. It could be way better. Avalanche, I love Avalanche. Avalanche has been performing brilliantly. Bitcoin Cash, for some reason, outperforming all of those other coins. Stellar, kind of blowing my mind right now. Chainlink doing amazing. Is Chainlink going to flip ADA? Wouldn't that be crazy? Oh my gosh, it would have to double. Ooh, there's a lot of potential with Chainlink, man. Whew. A lot of potential with Chainlink. ADA flipped Dogecoin and Tron for 5 minutes. That was just comical, man. Justin said Polygon is going to make a comeback. I'm a big fan. I'm not. Strictly because of how bad it's been forming. And you're not supposed to form opinions based on the performance. That's a stupid way to form opinions. This coin bugs the crap out of me because I don't even know what the hell it is. And it just does apparently really good for forever. This coin has never gone down. I think it's fake. But it's there. Who cares? Toncoin is definitely fake. Polygon, I don't know. It confuses me. I don't like that they've changed their names 45 times. It started off with Polygon, which it was Poly, and then they changed it to Matic, and now they've changed it to Pol. They change it like every 3 or 4 years, which is the biggest no-no in marketing. You are supposed to have continuity. You are not supposed to have name changes or design changes every 5 minutes. That's bad. That's not okay. Same with HBO. HBO, I think, is doing it for publicity because everyone talks. They're like, oh, they changed it to Max now. That's stupid. And then everybody talks about it and they all sign up and they change it back to HBO Max. And they're like, see, I told you. It's like McDonald's taking away the McRib and then bringing it back every year or something. It's similar concept. But with cryptocurrency or literally anything else, you're not supposed to change the name or the design or anything like that. It's bad. It is bad marketing. And I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure with Polkadot, I think they spend like over $1 million every year. It might not be that much. It might be like 25K, but still, 25K a year. That's like minimum wage, dude. They're paying one minimum wage employee literally to keep their logo animated on CoinMarketCap. They are the only animated logo that I know of on CoinMarketCap. And it does nothing for them. Nobody's looking at that going, ooh, I want to buy this weird flaming butthole shape. That's not, it doesn't look good, man. Let me see, where are they? I said that they were 24. Yeah, look at this. It's a pink flaming butthole. Who designed this? Where is the marketing team? I'm so concerned. I literally don't even work in marketing. And I would have, if you would have brought this to my desk as a business owner and asked me, I'm thinking about
I think we should change our logo. I would probably have slapped you in the face, thinking that you were joking and disrespecting my business. It's just silly to me. Justin said their tech is insane. I asked Grok if any other crypto could compete, and after question analysis, Grok said no. They changed it once. Really? No, they changed it twice. I've been using Pol to send money around accounts. It's super fast, and the fees are so cheap. Just saying, nothing competes with Polygon on competitive DeFi. See, DeFi, you might have me there. I don't know anything about their DeFi, but when it comes to transactions, that's what everyone says. That's what Cardano said. That's what XRP says. That's what XLM says. That's what Bitcoin says. That's what Sol says. Everybody's whole shtick, they're like, our transactions are really fast and cheap. I don't think anybody cares about that anymore. I think that's an old narrative. DeFi, you might have me there because I don't actually know anything about their DeFi. And I know that their ecosystem is fleshed out and people use it. I CTO'd a Memecoin on Polygon for a little while. The problem with that is completely different from, I think, my issues with the chain. I actually quite enjoyed that. But I don't like the name changing. They have changed it twice. And I think that that's bad. But outside of that, I got no other problems with them. Tishu said, type in trading view Matic USD, BTC USD, and hit enter. Find a better perspective with intraday spread. Get out of here. Okay, that looks a little bottomy. I kind of like that. I would have said the same thing here. Here, I mean, that just looks like a quick spike. Okay, so interesting. So it did really good up until February 2023. That's when it really started to end. I guess you could go to the bottom here. Let's go June 2023. I am zoomed out all the way. I mean, it's at 0. So what does that mean? It can really only go up from here? Is that what you're saying? Crypto Spaces said Solana won the transaction race, but the coins have no staying power. I don't know if Solana did win the transaction race. I don't know if anybody wins the transaction race because everybody just uses whatever the hell they want now. People use USDT, USDC. Even if it's expensive, people use it. People use ETH. Nobody cares about the transaction part anymore. I think it's goofy. Look at 3-month candles. Go top down. 3-month or 3-minute? I don't have 3-minute. I'm not. Oh, am I? Maybe I do. I do. You said go top down. I can't do that. What? I don't know what you guys are telling me. Oh, I can't change this one. This one's just stuck on the daily. You can make any Bitcoin pair using that formula. Sweet. Okay. Congratulations, Justin, by the way, on your victory. Enjoy your hoagie. Go to the 4-hour time frame. 3-month. On the chart that I was just on. Gosh, this pop-up drives me crazy. 3-month. Bam. Okay, that looks way better. Okay, so it's up 20% in the last 3 months. I don't know where this was. Right there. It's gonna bug me now. Because I know you love Bitcoin pairs. It's just another chart to look at, man. There's too many of them. Let's see. Zoom out all the way. Crypto Spaces said the cycle's so butt cheeks because of Zoomers trading view coins all the time. Trading new coins all the time. I don't know if that's why. I think if that was the case, then Total 3
and others' dominance would be skyrocketed. I genuinely don't think that that's why. Can we make a law no more coins can be launched? That'd be crazy. People would freak out if that happened. Tisha said you can make any Bitcoin pair using that formula. 3 months. Tom Salk's Goat said there are tons of networks with cheap and fast transactions now. Issue is security and centralization. Tisha said, yeah, because I know you love Bitcoin pairs. Justin said mark candle tops and bottoms. Then go to next time down. Do the same. Go down, do the same. Go down to daily check levels. I'd also run a fib. CryptoSpaces said I used many chains, Solana and Phantom Wallet. Easy and fast and simple, but making money on the ecosystem is rough AF. I will say because of the Memecoin mania on Solana, they definitely got the user interface down, which is a big deal. Their on-ramping via word of mouth has also been streamlined because everyone's like, dude, you gotta buy Dick Butt. It's the next Doge. And their buddy's like, oh shit, dude, hook me up with that Dick Butt. And then they're like, let me have your phone. And they give them their phone back. They're like, all right, I sent you 10 million Dick Butt. He's like, oh, sick. He's like, just write down your seed phrase. But they got, like, jokes aside, they did genuinely streamline onboarding, which is exactly what we need as an entire, an industry. So I give them props for that for sure. I like Sol. I do. I'm pissed I didn't catch the bottom because I was too busy being tribal, like a little baby. You want me to mark like every single candle, top and bottom? I mean, I guess I could. There's not that many on the 3 month. I'm just going to do this and see what I see. If this isn't what you want, that's too bad. Bam. Nope, that goes down a little bit lower right there. All right, then I'm going to go down to the 4 hour. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Next stop, 0.0000. Let's go. Yeah, there's a little flaw with this T-Shoe. There's no numbers. It just all say 0. What is going on? Even the top says 0. Did it top out at... Oh, it topped out at 0.0001. Let's go. Dude, that's like retirement right there. All right. Mark levels in a different color. I'm going to the news segment. I don't think this is gonna help anybody. I can't even switch the freaking different time frames on it. Congratulations, though. Enjoy your hoagie. It does look really good. Okay. News. We got Bill Miller the fourth just told CNBC there's $60 trillion in retirement funds that want access to Bitcoin. We are very early. The dominoes are falling. He's right. Very cool. China is considering allowing yuan-backed stablecoins for the first time in history. Crypto has been illegal and restricted in China since 2013. Excuse me. This would be a massive shift in policy. We shall see. Retail traders turned ultra bearish after Bitcoin dipped below 113K, marking the most negative sentiment since June 22nd. Historically, this extreme pessimism signals a buying opportunity as markets often move opposite to crowd expectations. Very cool. All right. Break 3 trillion. Goldman Sachs says trillions are about to flow into Bitcoin and crypto. Wall Street embracing Bitcoin is here. Cool, cool, cool. President Trump is considering firing Fed Governor Cook, per Wall Street Journal. This morning, President Trump called on Cook to resign. 1 hour ago, the Department of Justice said they received a criminal investigation referral for Cook. Pretty sure she filed for a loan, for a mortgage specifically, for a house in Michigan and in Atlanta within 7 months of each other, stating each house was her primary residence. which is literally impossible, which is fraud, by the way. That is fraud. You and I would be in prison for that. She's allowed to do it, though, because she's a federal governor, or whatever the hell, which I think is bullshit. I think they should hit her with a book. $208 billion New York State Common Retirement Fund increased its Bitcoin exposure by 143% in Q2. Pension funds are embracing Bitcoin. Hell yeah. Wall Street predicts a rate cut will be announced at Jackson Hole Summit on Friday. I don't think they're going to do that. I've been seeing this. I think it's one of those things that's just spread around by people that don't actually know what the hell they're talking about. Pickle9 said, JJ, my man, what up? What's going on, Pickle9? What's going on, Fahid? What's going on, Philly? Jeez, you guys all showed up at once. Smash the like button. Help us get above 10. Bunch of weenies left us below 10, and they dipped out after the daily close because we were talking charts. They can't handle us talking charts. U.S. housing market. 39 of the top 50 U.S. metros have seen month-over-month housing price declines for the first time in history. In history. That's crazy. Justin said, XMR, 52.2 billion market cap. Mark my words. Monero is... You think Monero's going up? They just got 51%ed. The same Monero that just got, like, taken over? Let's see. Yeah, right here. $300 million proof of stake project, Quibic, incentivized miners, briefly capturing up to 35% of Monero's hash rate. This triggered a 6-block reorg, proving the ability to disrupt consensus. Major exchanges froze Monero deposits. Basically, I believe Quibic has since... When was this published? This was published today? Okay. I don't know. I've seen that they control over 50% of the hash rate, and that because of that, because that's how crypto works, they can do whatever the hell they want with it now. So, which means they can just print money. They warded off an attack and proved their security. Monero is going to 52.2. Okay, if they actually did, but people are saying otherwise, which is not a good look. FOMC minutes are out. Fed thinks inflation risk is higher than unemployment risk. It also thinks that tariff impacts could take some time. This is not bullish language. I think that them playing the wait and see game is the most annoying thing in the world. Their job is not to wait and see. Their job is to do. We're paying them to have a conversation and to refurbish a basement. I don't know. It's bugging me, man. Polymarket said Morgan Stanley says the Fed won't cut rates this year. Polymarket says there's a 90% chance of a rate cut this year. Who do you believe? I think Morgan Stanley might be right, which really sucks, but we'll see, man. President Trump says Fed Chair Jerome Powell is destroying the housing market. There is no inflation. Every sign is pointing to a major cut. I actually agree. I agree with Trump. UK inflation rises to 3.8%, highest level in 19 months. Goldman Sachs says the potential market for crypto stablecoins is in the trillions of dollars. I believe this one. China is considering allowing yuan-backed stablecoins. U.S. Department of Justice receives criminal charges or criminal investigation referral related to federal governor Lisa Cook. President Trump calls for her to resign. Federal Reserve Governor Waller says stablecoins and other cryptocurrencies are part of a payments revolution. Very cool. BNB reaches a new all-time high of $880. Let's go. BNB pumps early indicator. We going up. I believe it when I see it. Warren Buffett announced his decision to step down as CEO of Berkshire Hathaway at the end of 2025, concluding a remarkable 60-year tenure during which he transformed the company from a struggling textile manufacturer into a $1.16 trillion conglomerate. The announcement made at the company's annual shareholder meeting in Omaha, Nebraska on May 3rd, 2025, surprised many, as Buffett, aged 94, had previously expressed reluctance to retire. He named Greg Abel, 62, the vice chairman of non-insurance operations, and his long-designated successor to take over as CEO starting January 2026. Buffett cited his age and the realization that Abel's energy and effectiveness surpassed his own as key reasons for the decision, noting it was unfair, really, not to put Greg in the job. He emphasized Abel's capability to lead while pledging to remain chairman and continue contributing, particularly during market turbulence, stating, I will be useful here if there's a panic in the market because I don't get fearful. Buffett also affirmed his commitment to retaining his Berkshire shares, intending to donate them to charity eventually. The transition has sparked reflections on Buffett's legacy, with business leaders like Tim Cook and Bill Gates praising his wisdom and philanthropy. However, some investors expressed concerns about whether Abel can maintain Buffett's unparalleled legacy, with Berkshire's stock dropping 14% since the announcement, underperforming the S&P 500. Damn. Let the guy retire. You know, he's old. Let him retire, man. Let's go back to Bitcoin really quick. 114, 195.04. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Quebec is now on to another blockchain. Okay. Giovanni said, "What's up, gang? What's new? What's going on, Giovanni?" Yeah, Arrow's flying, dude, nonstop. Are they up? No, no. Okay, they're down 1.14 right now. Justin said, "Yep." Okay, Quebec is going to be the blockchain security checker. There will be chains that get rugged because they won't be able to handle the DDoS. Crypto Spaces said, "I don't care about all the noise." Billy said, "Look at the photo of Trump and Powell. Look at Trump's eyes. He wants to smack Powell so bad." I'm pretty sure, didn't Trump appoint Powell as well? Justin said, "I read it was costing Quebec $75 million a day to sustain the attack on Polygon. That's crazy." Billy said, "Yo, Giovanni." Justin said, "And they never reached 51%. They only got 35 for a very short time." Billy said, "BNB never hit 900. I thought it would. I thought it would have." Oh, I have no idea. Justin said, "Philly, the photo of Trump and Putin shaking hands was the red carpet and Air Force One behind him. So epic, dude. The Boeing or the bomber, the B-2 bomber flying over them, the stealth bomber. That was so sick. Putin was like, 'Oh, whoa!' He freaked out, dude. He literally, like, you can tell he was trying to be like stone cold, and he heard it, and then he looked and he saw it, and he just went like a little kid. That was pretty funny. Okay, this liquidity signal is 5 for 5 at launching Bitcoin to new highs, and it has at least doubled each time. Apparently, it signaled again. It says July 1st, 2025, and he published it today. Is he saying Bitcoin has at least doubled? I don't understand what doubled. That's cool though. CryptoFace said bear market is over. Dip number go up. Dip number go up. Green dots. Ooh. I'm assuming a higher time frame, maybe. I love it when they crop all of the context out of the picture. That makes me so happy. 9 hours ago, $98 million was liquidated across crypto markets in the past hour. So 10 hours ago. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index has fallen to 44, signaling fear after showing 56 yesterday and 73 last week. I hate this indicator. They literally, 15% of it that they used to measure last bull market, they don't even measure anymore. So it's kind of useless. Cointelegraph posted Hyperliquid tops revenue per employee at 102.4 million ahead of Tether, 93 million, and OnlyFans, 37.6 million. That's crazy. CME Group now puts a chance of a September rate cut at 84.9%. Crowd interest in alt season has dropped 55% in just 1 week based on Google searches. Michael Saylor is quoted saying, "Ignore the bears." I thought that was pretty sick. Around 50% of all USDC transfers are now processed on the Solana network. There you go. There's your transactions. Simply Bitcoin posted, "Think your savings account is safe? $10,000 in 2015 now buys you $5,980 worth of goods. Fiat just stole 40% of your wealth in a decade." That's actually insane. Philly said, "JJ, any thoughts on my question this morning? Could this pump be the next leg of an M?" Next leg of an M. You're talking like this? It could be. Absolutely. Or are you talking... Well, no, that wouldn't be an M. I don't know. If you're talking about this, then absolutely. It could always be that. We'd have to make sure that we got at least a higher high before we continue to the downside. We got, like it or not,
this double top USDT dominance breaks to the downside, it will trigger the biggest part of the altcoin season this cycle. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like a lower low every time. I would look for this to, I think that that's actually about accurate. That little reversal right there. I don't think those are hammer candles though. You just put a red hammer there. Those aren't actually hammer candles. Next, a little reminder. They do usually do a bear trap before we actually go up tremendously. So keep that in mind. Periods when to make money. 2026 is the next date when we have good times, high prices, and the time to sell stocks and values of all kinds. Not financial advice. We got this guy lost 70% of his life savings. 25 years old, mind you. For some reason, a 25-year-old has $250,000 in savings. Age 25, lost 70% of life savings. $250K. Worked in finance, catching the dip because I didn't realize I had to exit a trade first before depositing more margin. Then revenge traded the next day and somehow managed to pick wrong literally 5 out of 5 times. Each of my trades was profitable 1 to 2 hours after I closed negative P&L. Guys, do not revenge trade. Don't use emotion. Don't trade with your life savings. Not financial advice. And make sure you know what the hell you're doing before you get into it. If you do want to get into it, though, Ourbit and Bitunix affiliate links in the description. Check them out. Help support the channel. This one was crazy. Bought my first ETH at $13, sold 700 ETH around 45 for 30 grand, which would have been 3 million at all-time high and would have changed my life. Stuck with 9 to 5 now. This is why I always preach you should never fully exit a position. If he had sold 350 ETH for 15 grand, that would have been just as cool as having 30 grand, I'm sure, at the time, because it seems like he definitely just blew all that money. What's 30 grand going to do for you? You can live frugally for a year, maybe start your own business, whatever. But, and again, I'm not saying I wouldn't have done that same exact thing, but I don't think I would have fully exited. It's just, I don't know, man. It's if he would have kept half, he could have had $1.5 million. I think that's the lesson to be learned, for sure. And then last but not least, I want to go over this again. Tomorrow, we got August S&P manufacturing PMI data, August S&P composite PMI data, and July existing home sales data. And then Friday, we got Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking at Jackson Hole. So keep that in mind. Powell has the power to F us in the A, and we don't want that because consent is important. Let's see. Justin said, you know, that can be taken a couple of ways. Trump is such a classy badass. Yeah. Hell yeah. I got several FL warnings. Ooey. What is FL warnings? I got several fat loser warnings. I got several Florida warnings. I got several financial literacy warnings. Tishu said, seems like BNB number go up more. Billy said, JJ, any thoughts on my question? Yep. Justin said, those market makers are tricky motherfuckers. Billy said, Justin, you know, I don't know who's more corrupt, Putin or Zelensky. Giovanni said, Philly, they're all politicians. Every single one of them is corrupt. Giovanni said, wait, don't trade with my life savings? That was not financial advice, Giovanni. You can do whatever the hell you want, as long as you're using my affiliate link. Justin said, people need to paper trade for several months before trading for real. No one's ever going to do that. No one is ever going to do that. I will say, I dicked around with paper trading. Whoa! What is going on with SNEK? Holy shit! I'm going to go open a long elsewhere. Is this it, guys? Is this the magic moment? Okay. What else? Philly said, JJ, that sounds like a bullshit story. Who forgets to close a $250,000 trade? I don't know if that was the case. I literally, he did not give it much context, but that's the coin fashions. It's all anonymous as well, so if it was a bullshit story, why would he tell it anonymously? Justin said, for real. Philly said, when I do stop losses, I still keep like 35% of it. Justin said, man, F. Zelensky, the guy's too busy being deed by his soldier. Oh, FL equals forced liquidation. Oh, you gotta set stop losses, my guy. ADA looks good right now. AVAX, XRP. See, Philly said FL equals Florida. Thank you, Philly. Justin doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't get worked up, guys. Cheers. Happy Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday. I like this big fat SNEK candle. It looks even better on a 15-minute. Ooh, on a 15-minute, dude, it looks crazy. I'm up 43%. Should I take profit? I'm going to take profit. Let's take profit. I like profits, right? If I closed, I got 39.25%. That's very nice. Dude, I will say Ourbit has like the horniest pictures for their little trading cards. It's always like this sexy anime woman. And I go to take profits and then it pops up and I'm like, whoa. Hello. Look at the market's getting like violently green right now. It's kind of crazy. Philly's such a Litecoin hater. So I started this portfolio with $20. I had $20 in my Ourbit. I was like, screw it. I'll just trade some SNEK. Why not? And I have $53 right now, which is a testament. See that 4-hour red candle, right? On what? I'm on SNEK. Profits are profits, man. Nobody ever lost money taking profits. Swing trading. I don't like having trades open while I'm streaming either. I did just open a trade though. Congratulations, by the way, Justin. Enjoy your hoagie. Let's do a quick portfolio update, guys. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $66. ADA is currently sitting at number 1 still, $14 in profit, followed by Sol with $12 in profit, Render, 21 cents in profit, and then the rest are negative. We got Ondo, Proppy, Doge, Fetch, Near, Shib, and Aptos. Then we got our Memecoin portfolio, which is only down $13. Oh, only down $8 actually. Got a little update there. Whiff is number 1, sitting in profit $61. Pepe's number 2, sitting in profit $24. SNEK is number 3, sitting in profit $14. Doge is number 4, down $12, and Giga is number 5, down $97. Giga Chad continues to plummet. Not entirely sure why. Then we got our narrative portfolio. My favorite, the most stable, is in profit $81.76. Pepe's leading the charge with $52 in profit. Tau is $21 in profit. Fetch is $16 in profit. Mana is $3 in profit. VeChain is down $12. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 real world asset coin, and 1 gaming coin. And it is absolutely killing it. Tishu said, I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, Tishu. Happy Wednesday. Did I say Thursday earlier? I meant to say Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, my friend. Cheers. Billy said, I had to take a shot and open a new trade yesterday. I bought more Chainlink with leverage, a lot of it. This is one of the rare times a trade went in my favor. Justin said 117K coming. I'd bet in the next 2 to 4 hours. I like that. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Philly. I was gonna point out when you start FOMOing and those FOMOs become profitable within like for a solid week afterwards, and then you're just continuing to be in profit. When you can buy the top and still make money, that is how you know it is a bull market. When you can FOMO into a violently green candle and still make money, you know you're in a bull market. I really like this. I really like this candle. Specifically, I'm at 15. That, and I'm zoomed way in on my stupid... this is... Whoa, wait a minute. This is different on MXC. Oh, shit. I can arbitrage this, I think. Between MXC and Ourbit. Ourbit's 52.76. MXC's 47.69. Whoa. That's crazy. Are you kidding me? This candle right here is an 11% candle. What is this one? 2.9, 2.19. Something's going on over at MXC.
They contacted me about a partnership. You know, it's just like a glorified affiliate link, but they enforced KYC, so I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't really care to, honestly. Justin said, "Congrats on the winning trade, my man." I'm kind of pretty excited. Something's going on over at Ourbit. People are scooping that shit up. Philly said, JJ, that group of 5 alts, do you sell and rebuy, or are those strictly holds only? What 5 alts? Are you talking this guy? So within the narrative portfolio specifically, these were just purchased at one point in time, $100 a piece, and they've held up beautifully. Whenever everything's really down, this has only been negative, this portfolio, one time, and I think it was right after Bitcoin like peaked in March, April, and everything kind of got dragged down. It was negative for like 5 minutes. This has been the strongest, most stable portfolio, though. The Memecoin portfolio has been the most violent, like whiplashy, with the most potential for gains. The 1K to 10K, honestly, this thing has been underperforming like horribly. I'm actually upset with how bad this one's, because this Grok picked 60% of these. The other 40 we voted on. And then the perfect entry portfolio, we've been adding to this. I don't think I have to go through this one, actually. So far we got eight coins in this. We are $96.97 in profit. Every single pick is voted on by you, the community, and has been added to the portfolio accordingly. And we only do it when the market dips tremendously. The last ad was the Graph. Currently, there are only 2 tokens that are negative. We got Render is down $10 and Crow is down $8. Graph is in profit $2. Sol's in profit $4. Ondo's in profit $5. ETH is in profit $11. Swee's in profit $15, and Chainlink is in profit $74. Chainlink is shredding, dude. Chainlink is shredding. But the idea with this portfolio is that it's never too late to get into the market, and you can build a portfolio and make a tremendous amount of money. I like the narrative portfolio. I think this one's my favorite. It's just really easy to build. Literally pick any meme coin, any RWA coin, any DePIN coin, any AI coin, any gaming coin, and you're set. You could build several of these and have completely different coins in each one. We just went to CoinMarketCap in those categories and picked something within the top 5 for each one, though. That group of alts hold only, or do you take profits and buy more when we dump? I haven't done anything. We just bought into it, and it's doing its thing. I don't know what we're planning on doing either. Maybe we would have to document it somewhere. I don't know if this would track it. If we sold. But yeah, the idea is just to buy and hold. The only one that we've actually added to is the perfect entry portfolio, because we're trying to build a portfolio of 10 of them. We're only adding $100 per coin, and we're going to have 10 coins. But yeah, everything else we just bought and sat. This one was built in one day. This one was built in one day, and this one was built in one day. So these were all just bought at the same time. Bitcoin, 15-minute, kind of boring. 4-hour. Getting a little spicy. Spicing up. Congratulations, Justin, once again on your victory. That's the long right there. I keep a bag of each that I build positions in. I start at lower leverage and up the leverage on big drops, then buy more. When one pumps, I sell 20% and buy the one that hasn't gone yet. That's a good idea, actually. I like that plan. Just have fun said year of the snake. We actually are in the year of the snake, and what's funny is we touched that price the other day. The year of the snake, the day the Chinese New Year, we were 60226 on SNEK, and we touched it the other day. I was like, oh, we're break even again. Year of the snake, we're break even. So we touched that, and it just immediately rejected, and then it slithered away. It literally looks like a snake. So hopefully we can break through that and then become profitable, at least for our Chinese New Year brethren. You know, it is quite comical though, seeing literally
I think I have it marked here, right here. This is the year of the snake. Literally right here. We peaked, we plateaued, and then we went bam, just straight down. I guess it was more of like a very slow bleed, but it's just funny, man. This is like the year of the snake is right here, and then it just goes. The comedy's definitely not missed. I do thoroughly enjoy it. Justin said I'm long Litecoin right now. 110.10 position size, 116.61. Billy's freaking out. Yeah, dude, that was definitely an anomaly on the Ourbit chart on SNEK. It has now dumped this candle alone. What is it? Why doesn't it freaking tell me? I know, I've seen apparently. Let me just go find it. SNEK on Ourbit. Is Ourbit even on here? I don't think it is. Interesting. Okay. Oh, no. I can't find it. I don't know. It's eaten most of it. There's no way for me to measure it on here? It's kind of annoying. I'll figure it out. Billy said I dumped my SNEK in profit for Aerodrome. Profits are profits, man. I don't know if I agree with dumping your SNEK, but it is what it is. Arrow's doing amazing. This thing's crazy, too. It is down 1.93% right now, though. JG, can you set up a bot where if anyone says Litecoin, it automatically closes their chat window? That'd be kind of funny. Let's see where the market takes us, man. I'm probably gonna call it evening, guys. I got a Twitter space to get to. Feel free to join. It's on the Dong Twitter. It's a lot of fun. Super chill. You don't have to speak either. You can just chill and listen. But I gotta figure out what to do with this Doge. Maybe we get rid of it and replace it with something that people actually give a crap about. Justin said, I'm hoping I can finally make enough money to get paid TradingView membership. Dude, I was looking at it the other day. I was like, these prices are crazy. Are they insane? The cheapest one's like $30 a month. I'm like, what the heck? What do they think they have? Like, you can literally just make another free account. It's literally free. What's the Twitter stream? It's not a stream, it's a space. I can show you guys the. Actually, I'll just send you guys straight there. Right here. It is a meme coin on Cardano. Every single week, I'm there. On Wednesdays. It's a lot of fun. Super duper fun. But I'll be in there. Feel free to join. Feel free to buy some dong. Do whatever you guys want to do. You don't have to buy any. The Discord is a lot of fun. There's games. You can measure your dong size. You can battle people. You can battle people for a dong. You can do it for free or for a dong. It's a lot of fun, dude. It's super fun for real. And with the VR, that's only available on paid. I don't know. You won't hear me endorsing a paid TradingView membership unless they decide to pay me. In which case, I don't even think I would do that because that would be against my beliefs. So, regardless, you know, I'm not gonna knock their hustle. I just refuse to pay for TradingView unless something like changes my life. I'm like, whoa, I made $1 million with this indicator and I can't live without it. And TradingView needs me to pay them in order for me to use it. Then I will pay them. And your argument to that might be, well, how do you know unless you actually pay and find that indicator? I don't. I would assume if that indicator existed, somebody would be talking about it. But usually people just shill their own indicator. And it's the same thing that you can get for free elsewhere. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to call it. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Wednesday. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. Bitcoin's chilling. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I'll hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Wednesday and good night.